What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Terrible clap. Anyway, today, this is the new from Vortex. This is the Vortex Venom enclosed pistol red dot. We're going to start off the video by comparing it to the Defender new enclosed pistol red dot. After we compare them, I'll talk about the features of the Venom, the testing, the pros, cons, all that stuff that you're here to see. We'll get into that in just a second. So the Defender series is their premium red dot. The Venom is going to be the more affordable option. I've already done a dedicated review on the Defender enclosed. If you want to go watch that later, you can do so. So the Defender series are going to be $70-$75, the Venom $60-$61. The front of the Venom has some texture finish to the front of it. I don't know how much more durable it makes it, but it sure makes it look cool. The Defender also has a solar panel on top, so your battery life is going to be better with the Defender series. The Defender also is a multi-reticle system, so if you like to swap your reticles, you can do so. And then the Defender sits lower than the Venom. Looking at both of them, it looks like the Venom has a little bit of a higher deck. You still get a fantastic red dot as far as clarity and crispness. The window is still very clear as well. It is an aspherical, they both are, an aspherical lenses. They're crispy, they look good. Awesome. The red dot in there is either going to be 3 or 6 MOA. It's not multi-reticle. You can either buy a 3 MOA or you can buy a 6 MOA, whichever one you prefer. The Venom still uses the Delta Point Pro footprint, which is going to be the same as the Defender ST. The Defender CCW uses the RMSC footprint. It's still an enclosed optic, as I said earlier, so there's nothing that can get in there and block that emitter, so there's no dirt or dust or water or anything. That emitter's protected. You don't have to worry about that. Your controls are pretty simple. There's 12 brightness levels on here, 2 of them, the bottom 2 being night vision compatible. The buttons are on the top of the red dot. That's something a little bit differently. And my first thought was, are these going to be more likely or less likely to get pressed? And to be honest, I don't know yet. I've played around and tested it a little bit, and I did not have any issues at all. This gun, this Walter gun, is kind of like my training gun and my main range gun, and I use this Safariland active duty holster, and I mention that because the top of the holster is protected, so the buttons can't get pressed the way I'm using it, so keep that in mind. It was just a little different. Not too many red dots have the buttons on top, so interesting. It does have a lockout, so you can lock the buttons out. If you press the when the red dot's on, if you press the positive button, the up arrow, for 3 seconds, that will lock the buttons out. Press it again, that will disable that. To turn it on, you can press either button. To turn it off, you hold the minus for a few seconds. And then it does have auto off, which we'll talk about in a second. After 10 minutes, it turns off. If you want to disable or enable the auto off, you press both buttons for 3 seconds to enable or disable the auto off feature. Now, before we get into the rest of the features, let's address the giant pink elephant in the room. How awesome is this shirt? Is this just the best shirt you've ever seen? I love this shirt. I stumbled across this company, Sessions brand. They didn't pay me to wear this or make this video. I just thought it was the coolest shirt, and I wanted to show it off and wear it and just spread some silliness and some positivity. If you love this shirt and you want it, I'll throw a link down in the video description just to make your life a little easier. Glizzy Guru, I think is the name of the shirt, but straight fire. All right, the auto off that I mentioned is going to cut off after 10 minutes. So if you leave this without any motion, it turns off, and then it has the motion activation. It's going to sense any movement at all. It's going to turn right back on. Your battery on the side is a standard 2032, and it's a side load, so you don't need to take it off to swap out the battery, which is dope. Your battery life is not quite as good as the Defender, but it's still a very good battery life. And I love that Vortex provides this chart, because with the auto off and how long you have the red dot on for is drastically going to affect the battery life. So worst case scenario, if you have this thing on 24/7, 24 hours a day, it's going to last 20,000 hour battery life, which is fantastic. So maybe if you're on duty or something, that's realistic. For me, mine sits in the safe. I take it to the range once or twice a week, because again, this is my range, my main range training gun. It's going to last several years. I'm not all that worried about it. All right, windage and elevation are pretty standard. Each click is going to be a 1 MOA adjustment per click. You have a total of 150 MOA adjustments in both directions, and it is tactile and audible. You can feel when you make that that term. Like all Vortex red dots, it comes with a slew of accessories. They give you the tool to make the adjustments. They give you a cover, a ton of screws. Vortex does the screws and labels the screws better than anyone else. They give you the battery, of course. The Venom does not come with a Picatinny mount, a low mount. The Defender series does. You can get a 45-degree offset. Neither one come with the 45-degree offset, but if you want to put it on a long gun or a rifle and you want a 45-degree offset, Vortex makes a good basic 45-degree offset. And of course, like all Vortex products, it comes with that fantastic Vortex warranty. They have just one of the best, if not the best, warranties in the game. Dimensions and weight and all that stuff are up here on the screen. MSRP is $200. There's a good chance you're gonna find it for less than that. That's just the MSRP. I am making this video before the red dot comes out, so I don't know what the street price is going to be, but it'd probably be less than $200. All right, as far as testing, when this thing came in, I slapped it right here, right on this Walther PDP, because I had the Delta Point Pro footprint plate already, so it was just a perfect match. Brought it to the range 3 or 4 times. We shot 300 or 400 rounds through it already in the past couple of weeks because, again, this is just the gun I shoot more than any other gun that I have. We did a little bit of destructive testing, just banging it off a table at the range just to make sure it could hold 0, and it did no problem. Most of the shooting I did was just plinking, steel, transitions. We did a little bit of running and gunning. I shot several silly reels. Again, I shoot this gun more than any other, so I was shooting a few silly reels for Instagram, shooting cardboard, and I don't know, whatever else I was doing. So I used this gun for that. And again, Safariland was nice enough to send me this new ALS holster because this Walther PDP is now my main range gun. And yeah, with the red dot, I had no issues, I had no problems. It held 0, nothing broke, everything is good to go. Biggest pro for me is the price and what you get for your money. You get a very good enclosed pistol red dot from a very good company at what I think is an extremely good price. It has a very respectable battery life. I love that Vortex battery shot. I wish every customer did that. Every company did that. The enclosed dots are really warming up on me, especially if it's going to be for duty or training or ranges or anything like that. I love the enclosed pistol dots if it's for duty or self-defense or anything like that. Now, the only thing I'm going to keep an eye on, I haven't had any problems with it, again, is the top buttons. It's just something different to me. I don't know if I have many. I only have one. I don't have many red dots that have top buttons, so I'm going to keep an eye on it, see if it's a problem at all. It has not been a problem yet, but if you're watching this video down the road and you want to know, feel free to drop a comment and ask me what you think. I think overall, if you want all the bells and whistles like solar and multi-reticle system, get the Defender. If you don't care about the bells and whistles and you want something a little more affordable, then get the Venom. Either way, they're very good red dots, and either way, you should subscribe to my channel. That would be just amazing. Thank you to Vortex for supporting me. Thank you to Sessions for making such an awesome Glizzy shirt. That's fantastic. Besides subscribing to my channel, if you really want to be nice and hook me up, if you think I deserve it, go ahead and like, drop a comment. Sub's the big one. That's what I need. I thank you. Santa thanks you. Be good. Stay blessed. Stay hydrated. Stay prepared.